Mkwai mwanaimu mwapuleni ba msonda chabala. Mulishani. So, ifyo bane. Eli ashirio. Katushinga mulishani. Kuchalo chesuko Muzambia. How is everybody? And thank you for joining. Tonight, I just want to discuss a few issues. Tonight, I just want to discuss a few issues. I want to look at, this issue. I think a lot of you have misunderstood me on the issue of, the shooting down of these criminals. I want us to look at that. And then I want to look at this issue of, the ministerial statement that is supposed to be rendered in Parliament on the health of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Then we'll come back to the issue of criminality now. First of all, I'm very shocked. I'm really shocked that the deputy speaker directed that the minister should come to Parliament and update the nation on the status of Edgar Chagwa Lungu's health. I'm shocked, because if you think of it, what is the minister going to say? What is the minister going to say? Because some of you are like, no, we care about Edgar Chagwa Lungu. No, Edgar Lungu is a former president, so we care for him, and we should know. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. This is the Edgar Lungu that you have been talking so badly of. This is Edgar Lungu that you have done all sorts of bad things on him. Today you want to come and say that you care for Edgar Lungu and you want to know how he's doing? I mean, nanguma politics, if you have nanguma politics, if you I think it will. No. I mean, there is a level that, yes, we can do politics. I know politics, a war, you can do whatever, but really, Mwebantu, what are you going to discuss on the status of Edgar Lungu's health? What are you going to discuss? Apape ni mwale tuka Edgar Lungu. Apape ni mwale vati Edgar Lungu mukamuchitafia kuti, you do this, you do this. Today you want to come and say, no, you care for Edgar Lungu? Really? No. I mean, and for me, I'm actually happy because I was against when other people were talking about Hakainde Hichilema's health. I didn't support it. So at least I feel happy in the sense that I'm consistent. I didn't agree other people bringing up the issue of Hakainde Hichilema's health in public. I didn't. Ukulwala kwisa pa muntu ulionse. So we cannot be celebrating that omfatu muntu na alwala. We celebrate. No, we can't do that. So I was against that. And I am now even more shocked. And if anything, some of you are saying, no, there's a difference. For HH, they could criminalize it because he is the head of state. No, there is actually a difference. If anything, if there is a person that we can discuss his health, niba incumbent. It's the incumbent. Is the one that we should be discussing. If we have to discuss issues of health. Yeah, I always forget to switch on the. I don't know why. I always forget to this. So if there is anyone that we can discuss, his health status, it's the incumbent. You cannot be discussing the health of a former president. The health of the former president, much as he is the former president, he is a private citizen, really. Okay? He's a former head of state, but really, he's not a person that you can be bringing in parliament to be issuing statement on. No, you can't. On his health. No. The incumbent, yes, you can do that. For the incumbent, you can do that. You can do that. Even in the constitution, it's there, by the way. Even in the constitution, it's there. That if the president is ill, a medical board must be established to ascertain his capability to lead the country. They don't talk about the former president. No, they don't. They don't talk about the former president. In the constitution, we have a part which can discuss the president's health. There is in the constitution. But we don't have it when it comes to the former president. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. He's a private citizen. Yes, he's supposed to be respected as a former head of state. But really, we don't have to drag his personal life in public. We don't have to. We don't have to. Okay? Mule nga. Mule. Then nga. I thought this was about kiddies. No. I'll talk about kiddies. I'm still putting up the whatever. We'll talk about kiddies later. For tonight, let's talk about something more serious. Avena kiddies tima stories ya, by the way, area. Tureta fie ukwewa ati tushtishe. But otherwise, those are not serious issues. So the issue of discussing Edgar Lungu's health really is ill-intended. It's ill-intended. Discussing Edgar Lungu's health, it's ill-intended. It is not in the interest of the nation, as you want to put it. No, he's a private citizen, in as far as such private matters, such personal issues are concerned. He's a private citizen. He is a former president, and he will die a former president. But really, he is not a person that you can bring in parliament and start talking. My question really is, what will the minister say? What will the minister say? Because not even doctors are allowed to discuss the health of a person. Not even doctors. For the incumbent, yes, for the incumbent you can discuss. It is there in the constitution. But for this president, the former president, no. So what is he going to say? What is the minister going to say? And she even said it should be factual. Factual. So what facts? What is she going to say? Is he going to say, no, the president is very well, he's doing well? Or is he going to say, no, the president is suffering from whatever? Is he going to do that? What will be in that statement? I'm curious. What will be in that statement which the minister is going to give? Is he going to tell us, no, Edgar Lungu is very okay, is enjoying good health? Where is he going to get that information? Where is he going to be relying on that information? Where is he going to rely? Because even me, I can say, no, I'm okay. I can say I'm okay, and yet something is not okay with me. A few minutes later, I might just fall down and die, So who can really ascertain the health of a person, where are you going to get that information? It can only be the doctors. It's only the doctors that can check you and tell you to say, no, you are okay. Okay? But then, so does it mean that the minister will have to phone the doctors in South Africa to find out, to say, how is Edgar Lungu doing? Can you give us the record? Can you give us the facts about that? Is he going to do that? Is he going to call Edgar Lungu and say, hey, Your Excellency, how are you doing? Are you okay? And then bring that as a statement. And each time there is a statement, there are follow-up questions. So even those that will be asking, what are they going to be asking? I mean, what is really going to be done during that time that is going to be allocated? What are they going to discuss? So it is irrelevant in that regard. It is irrelevant. But then secondly, it is you are trying to play with the minds of the citizens. You don't love Edgar Lungu, because if you did, you wouldn't have done some of the things that you have done. I mean, you have traumatized that man like nobody's business. You have traumatized that man like nobody's business. So you can't come today and say, no, we love him, we care for him. Come on, no. No. You want him to die? Is it what you want? You want him to die? Because really, from the way you are behaving, I don't think there is anything good that you want for that man. I don't think there is anything good that you want for that man. I don't think there is anything good that you want for that man. Because takwava fi muntu mwali mukoselela Edgar Lungu, mwali mukoselela takwava. Mwali mupele milandu, family yonse shani. I mean, there is all bad publicity about Edgar Lungu. There is nothing good about Edgar Lungu. Everything is bad about Edgar Lungu. Okay? Everything is bad about Edgar Lungu. And on top of that, you have even barred him from contesting an election. You have barred him from contesting an election. And yet, you don't seem to be resting. What is the problem? By you PND chabashani padi Edgar Lungu. Chabashani. Mwali muchitaba, mwali muchitefintifirifyonse. But still na mukoselela fimwe bantu. Chilishani, what's the problem? What's the problem? Why you have spent the entire term? Because now the term ya mkupwa wa UPND, the term has finished, and you have done more on Edgar Lungu than you have done on the economy. You have done more on Edgar Lungu than you have done on the economy or changing the status of the country. Your work, your preoccupation has been on Edgar Lungu. Chirishani, why? Chinshi mumutini nefe Edgar Lungu. Why do you fear Edgar Lungu like this? Anyway, ishirefo kuya sana, because nadilan that nadiwa pa goslo, so ishirefo kuya sana. But anyway, the point is that I think you can't cheat us, you can't hoodwink us that you love Edgar Lungu, because you have done so many bad things on Edgar Lungu. And my advice to you is that I think it's time that you let this man. It's time that you just let. I mean, forget about this man. Forget about this man. You are already going into the elections. You have started preparing for the elections. You have started preparing for the elections. Why don't you focus on that? You have got an election coming, and this election, I mean, people will have to judge you. They will be asking you, what have you done? Why can't you concentrate on that? Why can't you concentrate on that? Leave Edgar Lungu. Mwalimu fumyamo kale. Lave niko. We know. Some of us we know. I don't know nga tushinga when I given Luvinda vade mitinya, when I given Luvinda say no aka wapa ballot katushi ngefyo muletina. I don't know. Maybe from Latina, but really, I mean, we know, some of us, according to me, really, I will not pretend. Me, I will not pretend. Me, I will not pretend. Others, they have their own views. But you know, from my point of view, I think, I mean, that issue is gone. For me, that issue of Edgar Lungu being on the ballot, I don't see it. I don't see it. I know there are people who have got hope here and there, twalipusana. I will respect that, but also respect my view. Problem mwakwatakwati, whenever we don't agree in any issue, naba ishita, I've been bought, I've been given money by whoever. Can't I just have an opinion which is different from you without being paid? Why is it that all the time when I don't agree with you, when I don't agree with the UPND, then Tayali has been paid. If I just don't agree with you, then I've been paid. If I don't agree with my UPND, Tayali has been paid. If I don't agree with my PF, Tayali has been paid. I mean, why do you always look at it from that perspective? And unfortunately, I mean, there is even no one who pays me at no direction. No, it's you people who don't have direction. Me, I have direction. I know what I want, and I look at things objectively. But imwe, you want mkonka fefe finefi. So mwalimu no, Edgar waka baloti mwali fefe fine. But you can't see that naba muchingo muntu. You can't see. You can't see. It's not that I don't love Edgar Lungu. I do love Edgar Lungu. I do love Edgar Lungu. If there is any person that I would want to stand with, even up to today, it's Edgar Lungu. But I need to be realistic. Imwe tamwa realistic, tamwa objective. You want, we are fear. Zambia, no critical thinking. No critical thinking. No critical thinking. Anyway, I respect you. I respect you for holding that position. But the point is, by UPND, you have done enough. You have done enough. You can't go on like this. You can't go on like this. Concentrate on your elections. Concentrate on your elections. I've seen that people are now jostling for, positions. They are jostling for positions. Ama MPs na vengira. Na vengira. And this is what I've also been talking about my brothers and sisters in the opposition. You can see that the ruling party, they are already taking the kuchawama uliwa kuchawama alinu uliwa kuchawama uli na ingira alinu nabambi kuna bengira. I'm seeing a campaign na yamba for what is this for parliamentarians na yamba. So I'm basically saying, by opposition, can we also wake up? Me, I don't want a situation where we would have UPND, taking the 2/3 majority in parliament. We don't need that. We don't need to have UPND have the 2/3 majority. So when I talk about, when I encourage the opposition to start working together and start identifying members of parliament, it is because I want our democracy to be balanced. I want our democracy to be balanced. Can we make sure that we start identifying members of parliament? I am also calling upon some of you who want to be members of parliament. Start working now. Don't wait. Start working now. Start working now. By UPND vale vomba. Na imwe stampeni ukubomba. Those of you MPs who are MPs and you want to recontest your positions, can you start working on it? Can you start working on it? Start working on it. I am encouraging you. Stampeniko ukubomba. Stampeniko ukubomba. I mean, I know some of you, you'll be having challenges on where are you going to stand. Okay? I know some of you are going to be having that challenge. You are looking around. Where am I going to stand? The next election will be much on an individual level. The next election will be much on an individual level than on the party level. Not even the UPND will have an advantage. I can assure you that. Not even the UPND will have an advantage, because UPND, let's face it, they don't have much to show. They don't have to show. They don't have much to show. As a ruling party to say, as a ruling party, we have done this, nothing. So, as a member of parliament, even if you are standing on UPND, you will not go and start saying, hey, UPND did this, UPND did this. tamukwete fya kusonta. Tamukwete fya kusonta as UPND. You don't have. You don't have. So if you want to win an election, I can assure you, you need to look more on yourselves, on an individual, at an individual level, than on the party level. Than on the party level. UPND, not even UPND will save you. I can assure you. You are not going to win the next election because you are UPND. No. UPND has failed as a party. UPND has failed. The next election, each one on his own or on our own. The next election is each one on his own or on our own. Hakainde Ichilema will be on his own. You, the MPs, will be on your own. You will be on your own. You will have nothing to point at to say, by UPND, you have nothing. So if you are going to contest on UPND, make sure that you put in your all. Put in your all. Put in your all. I can assure you that. Those of you who are in the opposition, even those of you who are in the opposition, at the moment, really, we don't have a party that really we can say, people are going to vote for me because I'm standing on this party. No, not really. Not really, because PF is not there. PF is not there, and I know Chavinga will mess up things. Chavinga will mess up things. So, it will be more about you than the party. You will not go and campaign as PF. When you talk about Tonse, Tonse has got its own issues. I just don't want to discuss some of these things in public. I don't want, but really, to be honest with you, it has got its own issues. 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 Because I see Tonse pulling each other on the seats. Pulling each other on the seats. Pulling each other on the seats. I have already seen that some members are seemingly dragging their feet. I have seen that some of these members in Tonse, they are dragging their feet. So, I mean, you don't really have, you can't really so much bank on to say, Ngana imi napali Tonse, Ngana imi napali Tonse. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you can use Edgar Lungu's name. You can use Edgar Lungu's name. You can use Edgar Lungu's name. You can use Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu's name is a brand. You can use it. You can use it. But in terms of campaigning, as you prepare yourself as an individual. Start going in these constituencies. Go there and let people know that it's now that people should know that not if you have tampo that yo Shani, this one can come and show me, this one can come and show me. It will not work. It will not work. Somebody saying PF will grab NCP from Peter Chan. There. Let me just leave it there. But there. Mukamona. Anyway, so go in as yourselves and start campaigning. And this is where, I mean, as we are going, these things as they are going, some of you people, you look at me like, no, Tayali just talks too much. What are they? There's no direction. But I tell you, me, I'm a political prophet. I'm a political prophet. I was telling you people that you people who want to be presidents, can you start showing yourself? Stop waiting for Edgar Lungu. Because really, if you are going to sit there waiting for Edgar Lungu, my friend, you will go nowhere. Because, I mean, even Edgar Lungu himself, you cannot just come and pick up umuntu we know and here it is. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. It can't happen. You need to be there. People must see you. People must see you. So that even Edgar Lungu, when Edgar Lungu is choosing you, I want to have a how churching. How churching? Not from nowhere. And you think Edgar Lungu, Ngaisa Chilufya anointing, then that's it. It can't work. Your name is not known. You are nowhere on the political scene. And you think, just because Edgar Lungu has anointed you, then you are going to win it. It can't work like that, my dear. You must be known. You must be known. Even Edgar Lungu cannot just choose a person umuntu ushishibikwe. Epananale miewati, mwevale fwa ukateka chinchileni. Show yourselves up. Stop waiting for Edgar Lungu. And right now, it is quiet. It is quiet. It is quiet. There is no one that is coming up and showing to say, there, we have a leader. When I'm saying that, if not HH, then who? No, I'm supporting HH. No, I'm not supporting HH. I'm speaking the reality because at the moment, who is looking like a challenger to Hakainde Hichilema? Who is looking like a challenger? Who is looking like a challenger? Serious challenger kuri Hakainde Hichilema. Who is looking like a challenger, serious challenger to Hakainde Hichilema? And you want to bank on Edgar Lungu. Forget it. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. It can't happen. You can't just, even Edgar Lungu cannot just come and choose Umuntu from nowhere to you. And that's it. Within these few months, and you become a caretaker. Where? Hey. Look at Sata. Sata was a brand when he left MMD. Sata was a brand when he left MMD what is this? 2001. He was a brand. He was a brand. But how many votes did he get? How many votes did he get? Mwanawasa was known. When Chilufya was appointing him, Mwanawasa was known. He was a former vice president. But look how he struggled to win an election against Mazok. Look how he struggled to win an election against Mazok. You see? Bukateka. Te chintu cha pepiyo. Mula changusha. Some of us who take a back seat and who are being patient. It's not that Turifipuba. We know what it takes. We know what it takes. I'm not going to just and standing to say I'm going to stand as a president. No, I know. You need time. You need time. You need connections. You need resources. You need to be known. You need to be known. Some of us, we are just working on the name. We're just working on the name. I'm working on the name. I want my name to be a household name. But that might take a lot of time. Politics is not that easy. It's not that easy. And this is why I keep, up to now, we still have, that's why UPND, they are still talking about Edgar Lungu, because up to now, we only have two horses, HH and Edgar Lungu. That's it. Without Edgar Lungu, who comes close? Who comes close? Wanani avenga kwata no kwata 100,000 votes ni banani. And in them year 2026 there is abawonse mulanda te banani those people that you mentioned. I guarantee you some of them, they will not even get 50,000 votes. Those big names that you think to say this one is a big name, they will not even get 50,000. Those big names that you talk about. But banani. That very big name that you talk about, ngabaka kwata 50,000 kwacha, 50,000 votes. Hey, ama vote Tayali, ama elections Tayali, ama elections. Abonze mulerumbula, ututumashina muleranda pat. These are small names. These are small names. When it comes to contesting an election, mule amona for ama by elections yafuma. These very people that you talk about, they go in the elections. Look at how they perform with the people that they put there. So when I say if not HH, then who? It's not that they support the HH. No, it is the reality. But I'm not saying that it's impossible. No, it's not that it's impossible. If somebody comes up now start running, start showing up. You can do something. But as it is quiet. We don't have a contestant. We don't have a competitor against HH. We don't have now. The only competitor we had is Edgar Lungu. But the issue is, paku ichita resolve ya kwa Edgar Lungu. Tekwa ngala iyo. You can't just resolve it because mwapa TV mwalanda. Because no. It's a big issue. It's a big issue, which I don't think can be resolved. So, without Edgar Lungu, katwish. But somebody has to come up. So if really you are thinking you want to become a president, but by today, your name is not everywhere. You are not even coming out in Muma News. Ngawa hapa radio, I want to tell Alexander Bodo Kumfwa. Some of you are even more popular than you. Some of you are even more popular than you. Some of you are even more popular than you. I have more influence than you. Some of you mwalikwata no tundalama, but really, you can't compare yourself to me. You can't. You can't. No tutuma numbers in that tola kwa social media. Teti mtu kwate. And yet, mulimu Zambia. No, you are a refugee. Mulimu Zambia. Nutundalama mwalikwata. But you cannot pull a crowd. You cannot command the influence. And yet, you want to pretend that you are bigger politicians. You are bigger politicians. You are small politicians. You are very small politicians. I am a bigger politician than most of the politicians in the country. I am a bigger politician than most of the politicians that are in the country. I am bigger than them. I am bigger than them. So all I'm telling you is that nga mulefoku ilango lukulati no. Mulefoku imina nakainde ichilema. Show yourselves. Not mukese mkulalanda fefisungu, mkulachita complain, yo na weva my elections, yo hakainde ichilema is a dictator. I'm telling you, ama politics yali kava. Politics te avana. Politics te avana. Tapali, if you are in the position of hakainde ichilema, if you are in the position of hakainde ichilema, you would also be doing the same. You would also be doing a mingarato. You also be doing a mingarato. So, I mean, let us not be crybabies. Let us not be crybabies. Let us work on it. Let us work on it. Time to work on it is now. Irangeni urukula. I'm really urging. I'm saying all this because I am urging the opposition that please, can we, give democracy the dignity that it deserves? Because there will be no democracy if there is no opposition. So can we push in? Can you push in? Tapali ule pushing Mzambe. Tapali ule pushing. Tapali ule pushing. And I'm saying this because somebody will say, but what about you? Yes. I mean, I'm recognizing my weaknesses. I'm recognizing my weaknesses. Ina isha kwa tafika kandarama. Because na kandarama mdalanga na likwata. Ina na likwete kandarama. Kutina isa Mzambe maili. If I had the resources, I can tell you, if I had the resources, so nalikwata ama resources yamone kafe so ama $1,000,000. Because you don't even think about money. You just say, adi shibiko, ufile wa shibiko na maafna ukwata, ma politics. You must have a name, but you must also have money. You can't just have a name, you need. I've seen this to my infant politicians who are coming up. Just because Akadishina, kaumfuika. No, we can do it. No. You need money. You need money. You need money, Baba. You need good money. Good money. And if I had money from that, kutina isa no, ukui some Zambia, Mairo so, I can be on a plane coming. But not on a plane at a commercial plane. Mdara. Chartered. Na isa. Na security yako atika pokola tetafike na pepi. Balo resha tukuika ukufika paja ni nkondo hii. Ni nkondo mlefwa. Kutiba kuikata. Teti wafike po. You can dala so kufika. Ama lawyers kusenda ama lawyers rusaka yonse. Lusaka yonse muntu wandi Lusaka yonse ndengira mukoti mulifya ma lawyers full. That's what resources go afika pali ya level is why shwa tinomba now pyama politics muntu wandi you then para na aka inde ichilema kumutinya kutina aka inde ichilema nomba hapa. Halatina pona in that some of you are in the country, you are not followed whatever because tapa wo mitina you have no impact. We are in exile because we have got an impact. We have got an impact mdaranga tuli mcharo ngato achito tuntu tulasunkanye charo na wakainde ichine mara muna vatina umwanchoyu muikatena otherwise kuti akufumi hapo. Nomba imwe muipitani nave mwakuchirenje mwapitana mwakukabwata mwapitana mwakumutendere mwapitana tapani no wakumiroreshako ngamwaye vati muli pa radio abantu noposa kona mana ine panondesa mukubwataira wana ande bwataira abantu nabekala baletamba nibanga benga bwataira wana ndamuno tuma program tuli mkwata nimbona namamba nokulipira ku radio wana wa mule bwataira walolesha abantu abaletamba mdala tapali. Politics teava na mwirangalako. Anyway, maybe you need to look at something else. Instead of looking at being a president, maybe you can look at being an MP. It's okay. Maybe you can look at being an MP. Because some of you have got resources and you can do well. You can do well. I'm telling you, take this advice seriously. Some of you who are presidents of political parties, you have got resources and we need members of parliament. So instead of you wasting money on presidency, reduce, yourself and look for a constituency. Some of you there, you are very good people, very, very good people, very knowledgeable, you can do very well. So I'm looking at some of these people, some of these names, Amulele Mbapa. Advise some of these people to go and contest as members of parliament. They have a better chance than being presidents, than going for president, because presidency, you won't get it. But you have resources, you have the knowledge, you can contribute to the country. So instead of being outside, you can be inside. It is good to make noise in a formal, structured institution. Okay, it is different to Kulalanda from outside. It's different when you are in parliament, when you are elected. It is very important as a politician to be elected. So don't miss a chance of being elected in any position, even as a councillor. Trust me, you can be a president of a political party, but a councillor is more important. Is more important when there is a function. When there is a function, who do they recognize first? They do recognize those who are elected. Those who are elected. So you are better off being elected than ukasema president, big-headed president. Reduce yourself, be elected, have a position. President, but have a position, be elected. Utotuma resources, ukia mkulipira 100,000 for nomination. Ka 100,000 kwacha kongo wakavika muna nikane. Wakavika mulika election as a councillor. You can go far. You can be elected. And I'm telling you, you are better off being an elected councillor than a president that is just there is a president and yet you are not elected. I'm telling you, consider this, especially members of parliament. Those of you, trust me, you are better off going into parliament and make noise there than you being outside. That is just basically what I'm saying. And you will help the country like that. You will help the country. If I was in the country, I would have contested, for a lower position. But now I'm out. I can't. I can't. We need this. We need checks and balances, especially in the next term of Hakainde Hichilema. We need checks and balances. We need checks and balances. A lot of things are happening because, you know, the checks and balances are not so effective. But if we can have more numbers in the opposition, we can at least do something. You know, some of these things which are happening, they may not be happening. Even this issue of printing money that a lot of people are talking about. I mean, one of my friends was just telling me, was just giving me information on how IMF is upset. I am told IMF and other stakeholders are not happy with Zambia printing money. They are looking at it as if it is taking Zambia back. That the little strides that Zambia has made, it's going back. They are saying, I mean, and so this guy did explain very well, because he's saying that, you know, what we are going to have now, we will have more money in circulation. We will have more money in circulation. What UPND has done is something that they themselves were discouraging when PF was in power. Remember, Hakainde Hichilema used to talk about, hey, PF is printing money, PF is printing money. This is what they have done as well. They have printed more money. They have brought, they want to bring more money in the economy. They want to bring more money. They want to bring, if you pay para, because printing more money doesn't mean that the economy is becoming better. If you pay para, it is just papers. It is just papers. You would rather have less money circulating in the economy, you know, which is backed up by the assets that you have. But when you have too much money and it is not backed up by any investment, it's useless. So some stakeholders are actually not happy that Zambia is printing money. And they suspect that they have Hakainde Hichilema has printed money because of the next elections. They want to put money in the economy so that people can have money and whatever. But then, I mean, that will increase inflation. And it will be a problem. But all these things, you know, I know some people are very knowledgeable. We need people who are knowledgeable, people who can be arguing this at different forums, especially when you are elected. It is very important. These things, these are the things that are bringing problems in our country. Because at the end of the day, we end up suffering. We end up increasing poverty. We end up increasing poverty. And when we increase poverty, this is why we are having these criminals. This is why we are having these criminals. Some of you are thinking the solution is to shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. You will never rid of a criminality as long as people are suffering. If people are suffering, you will always have criminality. You need to sort out the issues of criminality. I don't support Kabwalala. I don't support Kabwalala. I have been a victim of criminals. I have been a victim of criminals. I don't support Kabwalala. But the reality is that I'm telling you, umuntu Tayali ngadine nsala. I've always been saying this. Umuntu Tayali ngadine nsala. A person will not sleep comfortably when he's hungry. I'm telling you, he will not sleep. Ala imowushiku imona mulala enala imowushiku ambo kufwa efya kudya. Balaba kabwalala mufati 0403 kufwa efya kudya. Look at it differently. Don't just be busy condemning. I'm not supporting it, by the way. I'm not supporting criminality. But I'm trying to tell you that, you know, you will not sort out criminality by shooting down people. You will not sort out that problem. If anything, you are actually creating more problems. I can assure you. If you are going to continue supporting to say, no, these people should be gunned down, I'm telling you, you are not sorting out the problems, you are actually increasing the problems. The first thing is that on the part of the economy, we need to do better. On the part of the economy, we need to do better. The economy is so bad. The economy is so bad. Who has money? Who has money? And even those who have money, Those who have money. I mean, what is it buying? Those who are working. Muma compound, muma matero, mumutendere, twankane, chiwodia, whatever. These people, they come to work in our homes. They come to work in our homes. How much do you pay them? How much do you pay them? And I'm not blaming you that you pay them less. You pay them less because na imamu fureshi nono. So I do understand. It's not that I'm blaming the people of Mayadi. I'm not blaming you because I understand that you also don't get that much. So you can only give what you have. So you give these people less. And they go kumayanda, they can't manage. They can't manage to pay rentals. They can't manage to take their children to school. And when those children grow, I mean, what do? They don't have food. They can't sleep at night. We all know how nice it is to sleep at night. We all want to sleep at night. Especially if you have a comfortable bed, you have comfortable beddings. Not ya mangwa mulalapo, because some of you mulala pa mangwa. You have a comfortable bed. Sleeping is good. Sleeping is nice. Sleeping is nice. But how is it that others forfeit their good sleep and they start walking in the night? They start walking in the night. What do? We want to go home and sleep and enjoy the sleep when it is raining. We enjoy sleeping when it is raining. But why is it that instead of these guys sleeping, venavenda mumfula, ile loka, benanishu, balenda mumfula numba, balenda mumfula, jumping wall fences, cutting wires. And we need to look at these root causes of some of these situations that we have. These are the root causes. We need to look at them. We need to look at them. You can say, ukuiba kwena iyo. Hey, okay, turachula, but ukuiba kwena iyo. I'm telling you, ngawalichula po. If you had the pressure, sometimes the pressure that we go through, if you had the pressure, some of the pressure that people go through, it is not easy. It is not easy. And unless we start, having compassion, that is when we can build a good society. As long as we keep on, being so, what is the word? Being so hating others, we are not helping the situation. What you are talking, what you say on social media against these people, I'm telling you, what are you doing in them? You think they are loving you? You say, hey, they have never attacked you. Hey, these people are merciless. These people are merciless. But with the comments, with the hate speech that you speak, that you bring out on social media against these people, you think they will spare you? You think they will spare you? Some of you who are busy on social media, coming out the manner that you are doing, you think you are creating love? You think you are doing something positive? You think kumanya, out of desperation, you think they will spare you? If you keep saying, no, let them be gunned down like dogs. Let them be gunned down like dogs. What do you think they will do to you? What do you think they will do to you? Napapata. I'm trying to look at things, at a bigger picture. I'm trying to look at a bigger picture here. Yes, ukuibakubi. It is not good. But can we speak love? Can we at least try to understand these people and see how we can help them? Instead of saying, gun them down. No, that is not my point is not supporting criminality. My point is we cannot be gunning people down like dogs. We can't do that. We can't be doing that. And even when you are commenting about some of these things, you should know that these are human beings with families. These are human beings with families. These are human beings with siblings. Eh? I am talking to different people on this issue. I mean, who are relatives who feel bad that their relatives were killed in the manner that they were killed? They feel bad. I mean, and you can't say, no, they're not supposed to feel bad. No. Some of these people, they have got children. One of those people that was killed has got 3 children. A wife and 3 children. A wife and 3 children. How do you think those children are feeling? And when you comment about the father, you comment in such a bad way. What do you think this child is feeling? What do you think will become of this child when this child grows? Eh? Look at your brighty at Siamulo. Are you promoting criminality? Why can't you see reason? Why? I'm saying I'm not promoting criminality, but are you promoting? I'm not saying I'm promoting criminality. I'm not promoting criminality. I am telling you to consider factors that causes criminality and how we can resolve them. And some of the factors are the bad economy. When we have politicians who don't care for the people, when we have politicians who are reckless, when we have politicians who are just thinking of enriching themselves, these are the offshoots. We have now criminality. And when we have criminality, I mean, these people, it's not that they were born criminals. It is the situations that they find themselves. Those ladies that sell themselves. Right now, we have so many ladies selling themselves. So many ladies selling themselves there, I mean, in Zambia and world over anyway. And world over. Because of the situation they find themselves in. And you say, I'm telling you, when you have suffered, when you have gone through some of the sufferings that these people go through, you will be considerate when you make comments. Some of us, we have suffered. Some of us, we know the real poverty. We know. And we only thank God that, you know, we are what we are. Otherwise, we would have been anything like those people. I'm telling you, for me, I mean, I have suffered. And I only thank God. I only thank God that here I am. Otherwise, I would have been anything like those people. So I do understand, because I've suffered. Even when I talk about politics, that's why I talk so passionately. Because I know how painful it is to suffer. And those people that were killed, Bakapokola, and some of you are saying, no, hey, they have done a good job. Bakapokola, they are not telling us the truth. They don't say the truth. I'm saying, yes, Bakapokola have no choice but to shoot, to shoot when they are attacked, when there is an exchange. When there is an exchange, surely you can't say, no, Bakapokola. No, when there is an exchange. But what is happening, it's not that these police officers, they are in an exchange with these people that they are killing. There is no exchange of gunshot. They get them, and then they go and kill them. They get them, they get whatever they have stolen or whatever they have, then they kill them. We have a number of people that have been killed. After Babekata, they grab whatever they have and they kill them. These people that know, these 4 who were killed, that story which this man that Reamonga gave, it is a bogus story. It is not true. Those people, one of them was picked from Panganda. Panganda was picked from Panganda. Those people were in the cells. They were tortured for them to review whatever they wanted them to review. There is money that they wanted, the police wanted the money. It is believed, or it is alleged that those guys stole 650,000. Stole 650,000. And Bakapokola, they knew about this, and they followed these guys, got them, tortured them so that they can get the money. After they got the money, it is alleged, then they shot them. They took them to Kasupe. They took them to Kasupe and shot them from there. They started with 2, took them to Kasupe, shot them. Then the other 2 again, they took them, they also shot them. And it's not that they were shot like Bale Vutuka. No. No. That's why I'm saying that the postmortems, they were done, but the reports, we hope the reports will not be manipulated. We need an inquest on that one. We need an inquest. Because how can you shoot a person, in the chest at the same position, or shoot 3 bullets in front at the same position? Because when you shoot a person, when a gun hits you, you lose control. So there is no way another bullet will go in the same hole. How? There is no way. If I'm shot here, I'll definitely go like that. So if another shot has to come, it will be maybe somewhere here. But how can 3 bullets go on one at the same point? It simply means these people, it's either they were unconscious or they were tied. It's either they were tied. They were executed, those people, after they got money from them. And my brothers and sisters, let me tell you, if you are going to allow criminal police officers, even you are not safe. If you think, no, because then Bakapokola, they should do whatever. These are criminal police officers. These are criminal police officers. And we are not sorting out anything by having criminal police officers. We are not sorting out anything. We are not sorting out a problem. If we are going to have police officers who are going to grab things from criminals and then afterwards shoot them, these are also criminals, and they are more dangerous than the criminals that they are killing. Because these criminals that you are talking about, we have more criminals, alleged criminals, by the way. We have more of those that have been gunned down than the citizens. Because you are busy talking, hey, Bale. Tell me how many citizens have died at the hands of these criminals. But within 9 months, we have 16. Within 9 months, 16 people that have been gunned down. 16 people that have been gunned down by the police. The other group, they pay 6 pamkumu. 6 pamkumu. No. We shouldn't tolerate that. I'm telling you. We shouldn't tolerate that. We are not sorting out criminality. That is not the way we are going to sort out criminality. If we are going to have criminal police officers that are going to grab things from these criminals, yes, vaiva, and then afterwards, and they shoot them. That is not good. That is not good. And by the way, some of these police officers, they actually use these very guys. They know Baya and they follow them Vakana. That is what is happening. So don't be comfortable that no, no, don't be comfortable. Don't be comfortable, because we have some police officers, not all of them. They are very good police officers. Not all of them, I must emphasize. There are some police officers who are criminals. And they are hiding in the uniforms of police officers. So be very careful when you are celebrating. Read statements yakwa Rea Monga. Rea Monga aliva no bufi. Sorry to say. Rea Monga alafu nema statements ya bufi. Read the statement. Go back to that statement. Read it with a critical mind. I'm urging you. It is there on my page. Go back. Read that statement. Read that statement. I've got names of some of the police officers, but I'm going to spare you. I'm going to spare you. I'm not going to drag your names. But I've got names. I've got names of some of the police officers who were there. I've got pictures, very gruesome pictures. I'm talking about somebody being shot in the church, 3 bullets, because I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures. I mean, how? And, I mean, almost all of them, they were shot pantage. They were shot. So how? How? And you are saying, no, whatever. They only discovered, they are talking about they got it. They're talking about they got a pistol. A pistol without a cartridge, without bullets. Eh? Those people were executed. Those people were executed. And our laws do not allow police officers to execute criminals in an instant justice. No. No. Human rights. You cannot go quiet on this one. You need to give a statement. Do your investigations and give a statement on this one. I know you are limited on what you can do, but at least a statement will help. You can't just be quiet. You are Dr. Pamela Napapata. You need to investigate this and you need to give a position. These are 4 people, and they are not just 4 people. I'm talking about these 4. But recently we had 6 others who were gunned down. Then we had another 4 that were gunned down. We have a number of them that are being gunned down. Not by more human rights. Are you agreeing with Wakapokola shooting down people like this? Are you agreeing? We are not supporting criminality. No. We are not supporting criminality. But we are saying Wakapokola, they shouldn't be stealing from thieves and then kill them. Because they are killing them, they are not killing them because they are thieves. They are killing them because they have stolen from them. These police officers, they are not killing these criminals because they are criminals. They are killing them because they have stolen from them. They are stealing whatever they have stolen, or when they don't agree, they shoot them. This is the issue. Duncan Mulenga Mwamba 2, Mwamba 3. If you kopo fieka, you are even embarrassing Emmanuel Mwamba by you are promoting criminality. Uri chipuba. Because really, I mean, I'm explaining myself very clearly, but still, you can't listen. Your brain, if you want me to share it for us, we are not supporting that. We are saying, if these criminals they have stolen, let them be arrested. They actually arrest them. Why not take them to court? Why not jail them? Why execute them in an instant justice? Iwachi Duncan Mwamba, Emmanuel Mwamba. If one day you will be caught up by stray bullets, one day you will find yourself in a car of somebody that like one guy, the suspected criminal was one person, and he was driving a vehicle with other passengers. When the police came, they shot everyone in that car. They shot everyone in that car. And you watch it, Duncan, one day you find yourself in somebody who have C5, and they will shoot you. And that's when you realize you go and remember me ni shirikula nikana hell. And this is what Tayali was talking about. Nish now fuckali. Because you don't see the danger. We are saying, come on. Yes, let's fight criminality, but can we do it properly? Can we do it according to the law? That's what I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, don't come on social media and talk nonsense. These people have got families. These people have got friends. And whilst you are talking nonsense, some of these criminals who have gone, they have got their friends who are also criminals. Eh? Think, Mwevan, to think. It's not about defending criminality. It's about, taking action that will help the situation. Not a situation that will aggravate that will exacerbate the situation. No. That is my point. Yeah. Katuishi mwaba kweteko. Mwaba ishbo kulondora kutuma londora ku. Tampeni kutuma mafoni. Limbi ringa mwalanda ko limbi. Bambinga wachitako contribute kuti baumfu wako abantu. Bambinga balanda kuti wachitako kuti baumfu wako. It's not right. We need to fight this, and we need to fight it from different angles. I've talked about politicians. This bad economy, when things are bad, it causes people to do desperate things. When things are bad, it causes people to do desperate things. People do desperate things. Eh? Hello? Hello?
Hello, President Tayali, muri bwanji.
Bueno muri bwanji naima.
Yeli bueno, kama na walungu zake.
Yes, walungu.
Nizafuna kamba kwa butopi kila katika makamba kukuli hawa opposition party kuti ngatiwaona ruling party bapenda kuti kuna ba opposition party mu Zambia. Wani kama so kuti bapenda kwacha kuti bamene ruling party bamene bakita voresa kuti ba opposition party bapenda manje ataneza kuyangana pa Facebook tonse alliance bakive ngumira zaminezo kamba lezo complain pankani ya kuprinta ndalama kuti twanatiziteko ife twanatiuze Bank of Zambia tinziwa ne vandana swaziwa kungo dabo jabe kuti ndama zanyo wadiko zapangiwa ndama zanyo walizipangiwa. So meaning kulibe opposition amene apendewa kuli ruling party. So nikamba kuli ba opposition party wonse uka na ba tonse alliance kasonde mwenda na ba halikalaba ngati siwaona waona asindo titaka boti pali waona manje sinize weti batina bandito tifuko balibala kuzoti ni uka singa tenge ulamuliro payeka futi na tonse unotiwa kuti ngatenge ulamuliro payeka futi kabankala pamozi after ukankala pamozi mu 2031 nepamene manje vangatoke mu manje aliyense afominga party yake kuti azimilire payeka pati pali no time ngati twayangana twice munga mtu wakamba think twice kasonde mwenda think twice halikalaba think twice ni ndio opportunity yao ya 2020 ngataganiza kawili yukundi zaka pikulile bazambo chinja na chape ma president sasa zaka take up zaka pezao kuno kumafamu kwemba kulimira pamoja bele kasonde mwenda na halikalaba yamini kamba iki baza chikurupia kutogolo ngataganiza twice kutoa forming party mozo akalipa mozo after 2031 ndiye pamene manje wakachuke mu manje mutosa alliance kuti wakapange manje aliyense muntu na party yake party apa ndiye last chance yo kukhala pamozi ngati wakambe kuti anosainiwe paika forget ndiye kukamba kuonjeza kupanga pali wa opposition party muno mu Zambia.
Zikomo. Indeed. I mean, I know people are desperate. People are desperate, and you know, they want to exercise their right in voting. But unfortunately, if we don't come up with leaders that they can vote, I mean, we would have Hakainde Hichilema will continue. Hakainde Hichilema will continue. You know, as it is. You need, somebody has to come up. Somebody has to come up. You can't, this issue of saying, oh no, Edgar Lungu, oh Akasarafi. You must show yourself. You must show yourself. You must show yourself. You cannot just put it on Edgar Lungu. Yo, Edgar Lungu. Ile na rirandire mwambo kula jo, na bakupero rupia. I knew what I was talking about. And I know what I'm talking about. 2026 ikafika. And you'll be nowhere. Ngamulefo kwa wakateka. Tampeni ku campaign hapa. Tumi money. Start the campaign. Let's see. Come out. Show yourselves. Where are you? Show that you have got the capacity. Show that you have got capacity. Show that you have got the charisma. Because you need to come out there. People need to see you. Like I'm telling you. Some of you can't even come out. You can't even do a live broadcast. So you can't. You can't even do a live broadcast. And yet you are busy. No. I'll be president. I'll be president. Therefore, Ivomba. Anyway, it's not that I'm so desperate for phone calls. I could I've made my point. I think enough week. Let me go and sleep. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night. Bye.